This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I have some very interesting news update for everybody. Anthony Mundine versus Sugar Shane Mosley post-fight. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the fight, I recommend that you actually go watch the fight. Now, I'm going to warn you right now. Was not the most interesting fight to watch, but the ending was so bizarre that I actually recommend you guys to go see it if you're a boxing fan. This is something that you probably won't want to miss. Sugar Shane Mosley versus Anthony Mundine. They were fighting in Australia for a vacant WBA international light middleweight title. Now, I know this wasn't a fight that many people were looking forward to seeing, or maybe even cared enough to remember that the fight was even going on. Personally, I didn't do a prediction video, and I almost forgot the fight was actually going down. I got to watch the fight just recently, and like I said, extremely bizarre fight. Sugar Shane Mosley coming in did not look like the same Sugar Shane Mosley that even lost against Canelo Alvarez. He looked very stiff. He couldn't move. His punches were as if he wasn't confident in himself. Anthony Mundine was obviously the much bigger guy. You can tell this if you watch the weigh-in. You know, them standing next to each other, you can obviously tell shoulder size alone is ridiculous. So if I did do a prediction video, I would have had Anthony Mundine probably winning the fight. But the way that this fight ended was what made it bizarre. Anthony Mundine was able to score a technical knockout in the end of the 6th round, going into the 7th round. But it wasn't due to anything he did. Sugar Shane Mosley quit due to back spasms. Now, if there's a sign out there that's telling Sugar Shane Mosley to retire, this is it. This is the sign. And I think Sugar Shane Mosley is fully aware of this. Now, I know that there's a lot of fighters out there that are in the same position as Sugar Shane Mosley that are fighting out of necessity. We all know that Sugar Shane Mosley is going through his own financial issues. Divorce isn't cheap. That's all I gotta say. Divorce is not cheap. And he needs to have income. And since boxing is his bread and butter, I don't think he knows how to do anything different. So this is how he's going to make money. Personally, I do not like seeing fighters fight past their prime, especially not go as far as Sugar Shane Mosley is doing. He's fighting way past his prime. And if you haven't seen the fight, go ahead, go watch the fight. It's not as entertaining as most Mosley fights, but it was actually a very, very, very interesting bout in the sense of how it ended. That's just it. And Anthony Mundine, all props to him. He really took this very well. For someone that's preparing to fight, in a stage, they're fighting at home, and you're doing everything you can to impress the crowd, and then your challenger quits, and the fight comes to a stop. I'm sure it frustrated him, but he took it very well, and he's actually said, I'm going to quote him. This is what Anthony Mundine said after the fight. He says, "I was in killer mode, but my heart goes out to Shane. I know he's a winner." This is the first time Sugar Shane Mosley has ever been stopped. Technically, Mundine didn't stop him. It was more like his own body put a stop to this fight. But again, Anthony Mundine took this very, very well. And my heart goes out to both fighters. Uh, Hopefully, Sugar Shane Mosley can find another way to make a living because he needs to retire from boxing. And this leads me into another subject that I want to get into when it comes down to boxing and fighters. I don't know, and this is a subject that I am not really informed in. So, I really want to know it. Are there retirement plans set up for these fighters? A fighter like Sugar Shane Mosley, I don't think should retire broke. He should be taken care of after he retires. Now I understand he probably has enough money to where the average American can, you know, the average American probably doesn't make or have as much as he does in the bank, or at least in equity. But in the end, Sugar Shane Mosley still has a necessity. Like I said, the process of a divorce is extremely expensive, and then also the what comes afterwards. Especially at this level of when you're in Sugar Shane Mosley's tax bracket, everything becomes more expensive, especially when it comes down to a divorce, from child support to anything. When it comes down to splitting the house, everything, you end up losing a lot more. And Sugar Shane Mosley has a responsibility to himself, to his kids, and to his ex-wife, so he still has to make money. I just hope that he's able to do it somewhere outside the ring, because I'm not a big fan of watching these fighters go in and fight to the death. So this is just my opinion, but like I said, I'm not really well informed in how well these fighters are taken care of after while they're fighting, after past their prime. Sugar Shane Mosley right now, he can retire, but how well? I mean, how well off will he be? So I want to see Sugar Shane Mosley, well off, find do something else, whether it's helping Oscar De La Hoya promote the fights, whether it's you start your own company, you start your own gym, training other fighters, whatever it's got to do, whatever you got to do, but stay outside the ring. Your body right now is telling you that you are no longer in fighting condition. Now I'm gonna keep track. I want to look more into this. I want to find out whether this is something that was an injury that he got while he was training, or was this something that just popped up while he was in the middle of the fight? We don't know. So I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna really look into it. So this is Aztec 101 in the ring. Let me know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think um, do you think he quit because of a back spasm? Do you think that he was feeling Mundine's punches? What do you think happened? Like I said, the ending was very bizarre, um, and it didn't really look like he was in trouble at all. It just seemed, just throughout the fight, he just did not seem mobile at all. Not like the usual Mosley that you see. Not even like the Mosley that fought Canelo. So, again, what do you guys think? Go back, watch the fight. At least watch the ending. Last couple rounds. Like I said, the fight was stopped going into the 7th round, in between the 6th and the 7th round. So when Mosley got to his corner, doctor was called in. Mosley quit. So this is Aztec 101 in the ring. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm out.